is leaning at a tired angle, lost in the grip of a bittersweet tangle, where the roses once bloomed in a velvet row. Only the wild things have the courage to grow. I used to pull the weeds with a feverish hand, trying to master this little piece of land. Now the soil is hard and the sun is a blade, and the beauty we planted has started to fade. The roots go deep and the stems are gray, taking back the ground in a jagged way. It's just thistle and thorn in the garden bed, living on the words that we never said. A sharp-edged harvest of neglected years, watered by the salt of 1,000 tears. What was meant to be soft is a heavy-duty sting in the middle of the yard where the blackbirds sing. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. I walk through the gate with a pair of gloves, thinking about the wreckage of our hollow loves. But the purple flowers are a beautiful light, hiding the poison for the passerby. It don't ask for water and it don't ask for grace. It just wants to cover every empty space. They say a garden is a mirror of the soul, but I'll let the chaos take the lead in the control. Now I'm standing in the thicket where the shadows hide, with a heavy-duty loneliness trapped inside. It's just thistle and thorn in the garden bed, living on the words that we never said. A sharp-edged harvest of neglected years, watered by the salt of 1,000 tears. What was meant to be soft is a heavy-duty sting in the middle of the yard where the blackbirds sing. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. You let the briars climb till the end of time. Don't reach for the bloom in the afternoon gloom. Thistle and thorn in the garden bed. The alarm clock's a hammer on a cold steel bell. 6 a.m. in a town I know too well. I'm lacing up the boots like I'm armoring up, drinking bitter courage from a chipped out cup, between the stack of the bills and the lack of the sleep. I've got a heavy-duty promise that I've gotta keep. It's a balancing dance on a razor's edge, leaning out far from the window ledge, one foot on the rim and the other on the light, just trying to make it to the Saturday night. It's the high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across the canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about, without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy-duty heart in a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. Lost as a ghost in a climate control room. While I'm down here in the grease and the gloom, I'm walking the line between the yes and the sir, while the faces of my family start to become a blur. Every paycheck's a pull to keep me upright, while I'm swaying in the wind of the corporate mind. One slip to the left and the house is gone. One slip to the right and I'm out on the lawn. But I keep my eyes fixed on the faraway shore, and I keep my boots moving toward the factory door. It's a high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across the canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about. Without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy-duty heart in a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. Yeah, don't look down in this payday town. Just one more step for the secrets kept. The high wire act of a working man.
The clock on the wall says it's 2:30. The bartender's yawning and I'm thinking of you. The crowd's all gone and the band packed their gear, but the silence is the loudest thing in here. I'm sitting in the corner where we used to sit, trying to find a spark, but the match won't light it. The jukebox is humming a low static buzz, and I'm missing the way that it used to be us. Now it's just shadows stretching across the floor, and the ghost of your laugh walking out of the door. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of beer, wishing like hell that you were still here. The world's gone dark, but the buzzing stays bright between empty chairs and neon lights. There's a ring on the table from a drink long gone, just like the promise that we'd hold on. The red and the blue flicker against the glass, watching the ghost of the memories pass. I could go home, but there's nobody there, just a quiet house and a lot more air. They say last call and they turn up the brights. Hurts my eyes after all of these nights of hiding in corners and chasing the glow of a love that was lost a long time ago. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of Yeah, the neon's buzzing. The chairs are all turned up, and I'm still sitting here with nothing but the light.
I walked where the water runs shallow and fast, over the bones of a summer that's past. I reached in the current cold and deep for the secrets the mountain wanted to keep. I picked out the smooth ones, the gray and the white, washed by the river and polished by light. They're heavy and solid, they're cold to the touch. They don't ask for nothing, they don't say too much. I'm weighing my steps as I climb up the bank, with a handful of treasures and a spirit to thank. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold, keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full of river stones, one for the daughter and one for the wife, one for the hardest day of my life. I carry them with me like a silent prayer, to balance the burden of the mountain air. They've been tumbled and turned by the flood and the grit, and they're stronger for every single second of it. You can lose your direction, you can lose your way, but the stones in your pocket have something to say. They tell you that time is just a long flowing stream, and you're more than the ghost of a half-finished dream. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold, keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full of river stones, yeah. Yeah, I feel the weight before it's too late. Smoothing the palm through the storm and the calm. A pocket full of stones, river stones.
The room is a cavern of a heavy-duty quiet, after the storm and the soul-searching writing. The diary is closed and the ink has all dried on the ghosts and the giants that live deep inside. I'm picking up a guitar with a neck made of maple, removing the rust and the heavy-duty staple. My fingers are callous from the roads I have run, but the work of the Spirit has only begun. I'm reaching for a free frequency, a silver bright wire that's born in the ashes of the old-fashioned fire. It's the first note of a brand new song, where the heart and the rhythm finally belong. A heavy-duty vibration in the center of the chest, giving the memory a well-deserved rest. It's a single vibration, a clear-eyed refrain, rising like a harvest from the valley of pain. The first note of a brand new song. It doesn't need a chorus, and it doesn't need a rhyme to break through the gravity of a heavy-duty time. It's the sound of the morning on a window of glass, watching the shadows and the centuries pass. It's a clean slate melody, a wide water hum, a message of the now and the yet to become. They say that the ending is the hardest to do, but it's just a foundation for a version of you that doesn't carry the weight of the 100 before. As you step through the light of an open door, it's the first note of a brand new song, where the heart and the rhythm finally belong. A heavy-duty vibration in the center of the chest, giving the memory a well-deserved rest. It's a single vibration, a clear-eyed refrain, rising like a harvest from the valley of pain. The first note of a brand new song. Yeah, let the string ring, hear the silence sing. The air is getting thin, let the future in. The first note of a brand new song. There's a tower of stone where the corn used to grow, far from the salt and the tide's heavy flow, with a lantern room empty and a lens made of dust, and a heavy-duty railing that's bleeding with rust. No ocean for miles, just the waves of the wheat and the shimmer of heat on a dead-end street. They say a madman built it a century back to guide the lost souls on a different track, waiting for a sea that would never arrive to keep a heavy-duty vision alive. It's the ghost of a lighthouse on a landlocked hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, searching for a coastline that isn't quite there, with a beam made of memory and mountaintop air, a beacon for the dreamers and the ships in the corn, in a place where the heavy-duty spirits are born. The ghost of a lighthouse on a landlocked hill. The white paint is peeling like the skin of a snake in the middle of a valley that was once a great lake. When the wind starts to howl through the vents in the door, it sounds like the crash of the surf on the shore. I'm climbing the spiral
the shadows around me grow heavy and thick. They say you're a fool if you're looking for blue in a world that is green and is brown through and through. But sometimes the desert needs a heavy-duty light to get all the wanderers through to the night. It's the ghost of a lighthouse on a landlocked hill, standing so stubborn and standing so still, searching for a coastline that isn't quite there, with a beam made of memory and mountaintop air, a beacon for the dreamers and the ships in the corn, in a place where the heavy-duty spirits are born. The ghost of a lighthouse on a landlocked hill. Yeah, sweep the light round over the ground, no water in sight, just the middle of the night. The ghost of a lighthouse on a landlocked hill.
I don't need a ticket to a white sand beach or a mountaintop that's out of my reach. I don't need a suit or a fancy tie to feel like $1,000,000 tonight. I just need the screen door swinging on the hinge and the porch light glow with a yellow tinge. Some people spend their whole lives chasing gold, buying every story that they've ever been told. But I got everything I need right here in a mason jar and a cold, cold beer. Is that homegrown happiness sweet and plain, like a summer garden after the rain? It's the sound of the crickets and the kids that play, and the smell of the clover and the fresh cut hay. No, you can't buy it and you can't sell it. It's a secret so deep, can't you feel it? Just some good old homegrown happiness. Got a tomato vine growing taller than me, and a tire swing hanging from the oak wood tree. My baby's in the kitchen, humming a tune underneath the light of a harvest moon. We ain't got much, but we got it all, watching the shadows on the living room wall. It's in the grease on my hands, in the dirt on my jeans. It's living a life that actually means something more than a number for a shiny car. It's knowing exactly who you are. It's that homegrown happiness, sweet and plain, like a summer garden after the rain. It's the sound of the crickets and the kids that play, and the smell of the clover and the fresh cut hay. No, you can't buy it and you can't sell it. It's a secret so deep, can't you feel it? Just some good old homegrown happiness. Yeah, it's growing in the yard, it's right in the heart. Don't have to look too far for that homegrown happiness. There's a notch on the door frame, 60 inches high, marked in pencil back in July. That was me at 10 and my brother at 9. Now his own son is standing in the same line. The porch swinging, squeaking a century-old tune underneath the glow of a big harvest moon. This ain't just lumber, this ain't just pine. It's a living map of your life and mine. It's the foundation that holds up the roof of 100 years of living proof. It's built on hardwood floors and family names, in a house that's seen the joys and the pains. Every scuff from a boot, every scratch from a chair is a ghost of a memory hanging in the air. We're just passing through, but the wood stays true to the ones who came before me and you. Hardwood floors, family names. I remember the kitchen where the linoleum peeled, and the smell of the harvest from the back 40 field. Grandma's Bible sitting on the mantelpiece, with the family tree tucked in the center crease. From the weddings in the garden to the wakes in the hall, these four walls have heard it all. The world outside is moving way too fast, building things of plastic that were never meant to last. But give me a beam that's weathered and gray, and a name that won't ever wash away. It's built on hardwood floors and family names, in a house that's seen the joys and the pains. Every scuff from a boot, every scratch from a chair is a ghost of a memory hanging in the air. We're just passing through, but the wood stays true to the ones who came before me and you. Hardwood floors and family names. Yeah, sign your name on the beam. Keep on living the dream on these hardwood floors and these family names. Yeah, we're home. The sun is leaning low against the ridge, casting amber light across a wooden bridge. The hay stacked in the cooling field, waiting for the day to finally yield. Everything is stretched, everything is long, like the final chord of a tired song. The dust in the air turns to floating gold, and the stories of the valley are being told in the way the light hits the barn door pine, right on the edge of the timberline. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin in the long shadows of the golden hour. My silhouette is walking 10 feet tall across the stones of the garden wall. I'm looking at the man I used to be, in the distorted shape that the mountains see. It's a trick of the light, a slant of the grace, smoothing the lines on a weary face. They say the morning is for the young and the fast, but the evening is built for the things that last, for the quiet reflection and the steady hand, watching the glory wash over the land. It's long shadows in the golden hour, when the world loses its heavy-duty power. Everything's bigger than it was at noon, under the ghost of a rising moon. A moment of peace before the dark sets in, where the end of the day and the rest begin in the
shadows of the golden hour. Yeah, let them stretch the lines they sketch. The sun's going down on the edge of town. Long shadows in the golden hour.
The case is dusty in the corner of the room, hiding like a secret in the velvet and the gloom. I popped the latches and I felt the cedar scent of 1,000 nights and the money we spent on strings and picks and a dream that wasn't loud, before we lost the rhythm in the middle of a crowd. The finish is cracked like a wintertime lake, and there's a little bit of rattle in the bridge's wake. But when I strike a chord, the wood starts to hum like it's been waiting for the music to come. It's just the echo of an old guitar ringing out under the evening star, a ghost of a melody, a lonesome refrain of the joy we found and the deep-seated pain. It ain't just a wire and it ain't just wood, it's a story told as only it could, in the echo of an old guitar. I remember the stage at the Grange Hall dance, where I caught the light of a second chance, and the way your voice would climb up high like a hawk circling in a summertime sky. I'm just playing for the shadows and the mice, paying for the memories at a heavy-duty price. They say the songs we write never really die, they just float around in the carbon and the sky, waiting for a hand that's a little bit worn to bring them back home to the place they were born. It's just the echo of an old guitar ringing out under the evening star, a ghost of a melody, a lonesome refrain of the joy we found in the deep-seated pain. It ain't just a wire and it ain't just wood, it's a story told as only it could, in the echo of an old guitar. Let the G-string ring, let the hollow wood sing, just a little bit of soul before I lose control of the echo of an old guitar.
Clock on the wall says it's 2:30. The bartender's yawning and I'm thinking of you. The Crowd's all gone and the band packed gear, but the silence is the loudest thing in here. I'm sitting in the corner where we used to sit, trying to find a spark, but the match won't light it. The jukebox is humming a low static buzz, and I'm missing the way that it used to be us. Now it's just shadows stretching across the floor, and the ghost of your laugh walking out of the door. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of beer, wishing like hell that you were still here. The world's gone dark, but the buzzing stays bright between empty chairs and neon lights. There's a ring on the table from a drink long gone, just like the promise that we'd hold on. The red and the blue flicker against the glass, watching the ghost of the memories pass. I could go home, but there's nobody there, just a quiet house and a lot more air. They say last call and they turn up the brights. Hurts my eyes after all of these nights of hiding in corners and chasing the glow of a love that was lost a long time ago. It's just empty chairs and neon lights, painting the blues on these lonely nights. A hum of the sign and a cold glass of beer, wishing like hell that you were still here. The world's gone dark, but the buzzing stays bright between empty chairs and neon lights. Yeah, the neon's buzzing, the chairs are all turned up, and I'm still sitting here with nothing but the light. Been sitting in the shed since '79, under a tangle of a morning glory vine. The red paint's peeling like a sunburned skin, and the iron is thin where the water got in. My daddy used to manhandle that heavy machine, the loudest thing this valley's ever seen. Now the engine's seized and the blades are dull, and the gas tank's nothing but a hollow skull. But I can still see the rows he used to lay in the golden heat of a planting day. It's just a rusty tiller and an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. The wild oats are winning and the clover's tall against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life and the space between. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field. I tried to pull the cord just a week ago, thinking I could make the old girl go, but she just coughed a cloud of blue-gray smoke, and the leather handle finally went and broke. I guess some things are meant to just sit still on the quiet side of a windy hill. They say you reap exactly what you sow, but what do you do when the weeds start to grow? You lean on the fence and you watch the sky, and you let the working years whistle by. It's just a rusty tiller and an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. The wild oats are winning and the clover clovers tall against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life in the space between a rusty tiller and an unfenced field. Yeah, let the iron rest in the valley's breast under the sun. Now the work is done. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field.
I used to be a wild-eyed, lone wolf man, driving through the desert with no kind of plan. I was a hard-headed rider, a stubborn old soul, a runaway train that you couldn't control. But then you walked in with that look in your eye, and I traded my wings for a piece of your sky. Now I'm checking my phone every minute or two, just to see if I've got a message from you. My friends all say that I've gone soft and sweet, but I'm the luckiest man on this dusty street. Yeah, I'm wrapped around your finger like a silver band, walking through the clover, holding your hand. You've got a hold on me, tight and true, and there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. One little smile and I'm losing my mind, the best kind of trouble that a boy could find. Yeah, I'm wrapped around your finger. You wanna go dancing, just tell me the place. I'll put on a suit and a smile on my face. You wanna stay home and just watch the rain. I'll build us a fire and forget the pain. I'm a 6-foot soldier of a love so deep, with a mountain of promises I'm gonna keep. It's a funny thing how a heart can change, how the whole wide world can be rearranged by a soft-spoken girl with a heart of gold, and a story that's only beginning to be told. Yeah, I'm wrapped around your finger like a silver band, walking through the clover, holding your hand. You've got a hold on me, tight and true, and there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. One little smile and I'm losing my mind, the best kind of trouble that a boy could find. Yeah, wrapped around your finger. Yeah, go on and pull the string, I'll do anything, whatever you want, whatever you need. I'm wrapped around your finger, and I'm happy to be.
hickory shed in its heavy-duty gold, in a story the autumn has always told. One by one they let go of the limb to dance on the surface where the light gets dim. No direction but the pull of the tide, taking a slow and a colorful ride. The water's as clear as a bottle of glass, watching the ghosts of the summertime pass. A quiet parade on a liquid floor, heading for the bend and the sycamore shore. It's just drifting leaves on a silent creek, in a language that only the heart can speak, floating away from the heights they knew, under a sky of a permanent blue. No engine, no anchor, no heavy-duty plan, just moving like the spirit of a traveling man. Drifting leaves on a silent creek. They pile up in eddies and they catch on the rocks like a fleet of ships with no keys to the lock. Some are blood red and some are burnt brown, washed in the peace of a mountain town. I'm standing on the bridge with a mind full of weight, watching them go through the October gate. Sometimes the bravest thing a soul can do is let go of the branch and start something new. Trust in the current and the way that it flows to a place where the heavy-duty wintertime goes. It's just drifting leaves on a silent creek, in a language that only the heart can speak, floating away from the heights they knew, under a sky of a permanent blue. No engine, no anchor, no heavy-duty plan, just moving like the spirit of a traveling man. Drifting leaves on a silent creek. Yeah, let them go where the waters flow to the river mouth, heading further south. Drifting leaves on a silent creek. Padlock's orange and the hinges are frozen on a piece of the world that my daddy had chosen. It's been 10 years since the cattle were sold, and the story of this valley has already been told. But I'm standing here with a heavy iron key, wondering if this land still remembers me. It's a jagged line between gone and stay, between the coming night and the dying day. And every pebble that I kick with my boot is a little bit of history, a little bit of root. It's just a rusted gate and some rolling stones in a kingdom made of dust and bones. Wire is sagging and the post is bent like a letter from a lover that was never sent. But I'm leaning on the metal, feeling the weight of a life left hanging on a rusted gate. The creek's gone dry and the orchard is gray, and the summertime shadows are starting to stray. I see the chimney of the house on the hill, standing like a soldier, stubborn and still. I could oil the joints and swing it wide, but I'm not quite sure what's waiting inside. They say you can't lock out the hands of time, or the way the ivy starts to climb. It'll cover the iron and it'll cover the name, until the wild and the wood look exactly the same. It's just a rusted gate and some rolling stones in a kingdom made of dust and bones. Wire is sagging and the post is bent like a letter from a lover that was never sent. But I'm leaning on the metal, feeling the weight of a life left hanging on a rusted gate. Yeah, let it creep, let the silence speak over the ridge rusted gate and some rolling stones. I've got a brass-bound circle in the palm of my hand that's seen every corner of this heavy-duty land. But the needle is spinning like a leaf in a gale, with a cracked piece of glass and a rusted-out nail. It don't know the mountain and it don't know the sea. It's lost all its sense of the where and the beat. The magnetism's gone and the bearings are loose, like a heavy-duty engine with a broken caboose. But the clouds are all clearing from the ridge to the shore, and the sky doesn't need a magnetic floor. It's just a broken compass and the North Star tonight, trying to find the rhythm of a heavy-duty light. One is a liar and the other is true. One is a metal and the other is the blue. I'm throwing the copper and the glass in the sand and following the fire to a faraway land. The broken compass and the North Star. They say you need a map and a calibrated line to navigate the shadows of the low-blolly pine. But the ancient vibration of the light in the dark is the only thing steady for a heavy-duty spark. I'm looking on up where the archer is bold, at a story that's silver and a story that's gold. Sometimes the tools that you trust in the day are the only thing standing in the middle of your way. You gotta break the machine to see the design and let the celestial and the heavy duty align. It's just a broken compass and the North Star tonight, trying to find the rhythm of a heavy duty light. One is a liar and the other is true. One is the metal and the other is the blue. I'm throwing the copper and the glass in the sand and following the fire to a faraway land. The broken compass and the North Star. Yeah, let the needle spin, let the light come in. Forget the degree when the sky is free. The broken compass and the North Star. The asphalt ends where the timber begins, and the dust starts to settle on my old man's sins. It's a washboard rhythm under heavy-duty tires, passing by the ghosts and the rusted-out wires. Heavy rock that's kicking up against the metal floor is a memory of leaving through an open door. The rear view mirror is a cloudy shade of brown, watching the steeple of a dying little town. The distance is a stretch of the limestone and the grit, and I'm feeling every single lonely mile of it. It's the ground
slow motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady roll. The gravel roads along, goodbye. There's a mailbox leaning like it's tired of the news, and a pair of work boots that nobody would choose. The creek is a silver line running through the pines, marking out the borders and the family lines. I'm treading a cloud like a heavy-duty veil, unwinding in a weary and a broken-hearted trail. They say the fastest way home is a straight line of black, but the gravel is the only thing that'll take you back. It holds on to the footprints, and it holds on to the rain, that it's the only path it understands. A heavy-duty pain. It's the gravel roads along, goodbye, underneath the weight of a heavy-duty sky. It don't let you run and it don't let you race. It makes you look back at every familiar face. A slow motion exit from the life I used to know, crunching through the secrets in a steady, steady roll. The gravel roads along, goodbye. Yeah, I feel the storms kick in the air, getting thick, turning the last bend where the memories end. The gravel road along, goodbye. Yes, the gravel road.
There's a Remy drip in a plastic pail, like a slow motion hammer on a coffin nail. The plaster is bubbling and the beams are soft, up in the corner of the dusty loft. I'm looking at the stains like a Rorschach test, in the only place I ever get to rest. The sky outside is a heavy-duty gray, and the clouds aren't looking to move away. I got a roll of tape and a prayer in my head, trying to keep the water from the master bed. It's the copper pipe and the leaky roof of a life that's living but ain't bulletproof. Between the rattle of the metal and the groan of the wood, I'm doing the things that a poor man should, patching up the holes in a crumbling dream, trying to hold it steady at the heavy-duty seam. The copper pipe and the leaky roof. Is humming a lonesome tune under the light of a watery moon. The joints are green with the oxidation of a long-distance leaky faucet frustration. It's a constant battle with the rust and the rain, a heavy-duty burden on a tired brain. They say a house is a sanctuary and a fort, but I'm fighting a war of the losing sort, where the structural integrity is paper thin and the whole wide world is trying to leak in. It's a copper pipe and the leaky roof of a life that's living but ain't bulletproof. Between the rattle in the mildew stench. Wait for the sun when the mending is done. The copper pipe and the leaky roof. Had enough of these city canyons and the neon glare of the smoggy lungs in the crowded subway air. I'm trading my loafers for a pair of worn-out boots. I'm headed east to find my tangled roots, where the Appalachian mist hangs heavy and low, and the Cumberland River starts to flow. I can already hear the fiddle and the bow calling me back to the world I used to know, past the limestone walls and the white picket fence, where the world starts making a little more sense. Yeah, I'm going back to the Blue Range, back to the hills where the moon shines hidden in the old copper stills. I need a front porch session and a high lonesome sound with my feet planted firm on that Kentucky ground. Let the banjo roll and the mandolin ring. I'm going back to the heart of everything, back to the Blue Range. My mama's on the porch in a rocking chair with the scent of honeysuckle in her silver hair. My brothers are picking on the old 5-string, waiting for the harmony that the evening brings. No more checking my watch or chasing a buck. I'm just a lucky man in a rusty truck. They say you can't go back, but they've never been to a place where the mountains are your oldest friend, where the grass has a shimmer of a midnight hue and the morning sky is a different kind of blue. Yeah, I'm going back to the Blue Range, back to the hills where the moon shines hidden in the old copper stills. I need a front porch session and a high lonesome sound with my feet planted firm on that Kentucky ground. Let the banjo roll and the mandolin ring. I'm going back to the heart of everything, back to the Blue Range. I'm almost home. No more reason to ever roam, just me and the Blue Ray. Yeah, I'm home. Steam is rising from the iron tracks. I'm staring at a bag I didn't even pack, just a jacket of smoke and a heavy heart, watching the town of my childhood depart. The conductor is calling, his voice like a ghost, leaving behind what I love the most. Clickety-clack, the rhythm of the rail is a lonesome song for a soul that's pale. I don't need a ticket with a town on the line, I just need a place that isn't yours and mine. I'm on a midnight train to nowhere tonight, chasing the black
blackness, escaping the light. No destination, no map in my hand, just a rolling cage through a hollow land. Whistle is screaming, cutting through the air on a midnight train. Nowhere. I see the porch lights flickering by, small town secrets under a velvet sky. There's a woman in 4B, she's crying in her sleep. Maybe she's got promises she couldn't keep. Me, I'm just staring at my reflection in the glass, watching the ghosts of my old life pass. The wheels keep turning, grinding on the steel, trying to forget the way you made me feel. Every mile I gain is a memory lost, but I'm still counting up the heavy cost. I'm on a midnight train to nowhere tonight, chasing the blackness, escaping the light. No destination, no map in my hand, just a rolling cage through a hollow land. A whistle is screaming, cutting through the air on a midnight train. Nowhere. Yeah, keep on rolling through the dark and the cold, till the engine breaks and the story's told. Nowhere, nowhere at all. Walked where the water runs shallow and fast, over the bones of a summer that's past. I reached in the current, cold and deep, for the secrets the mountain wanted to keep. I picked out the smooth ones, the gray and the white, washed by the river and polished by light. They're heavy and solid, they're cold to the touch. They don't ask for nothing, they don't say too much. I'm weighing my steps as I climb up the bank, with a handful of treasures and a spirit to thank. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold. Keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full of river stones, one for the daughter and one for the wife, one for the hardest day of my life. I carry them with me like a silent prayer, to balance the burden of the mountain air. They've been tumbled and turned by the flood and the grit, and they're stronger for every single second of it. You can lose your direction, you can lose your way, but the stones in your pocket have something to say. They tell you that time is just a long flowing stream, and you're more than the ghost of a half-finished dream. It's just a pocket full of river stones, a heavy-duty rattle in my weary bones. Each one is a moment I wanted to hold, better than silver and better than gold. Keeping me grounded when the wind starts to blow, giving me weight everywhere that I go. A pocket full of river stones, yeah, feel the weight before it's too late. Smoothing the palm through the storm and the calm. A pocket full of stone, river stone.
blowing hard across the Kansas line, bringing back the ghosts of a better time. I'm standing where the shadows stretch long and lean, looking for a harvest that I never seen. I told you I was staying, then I turned to go. Now I'm reaping the seeds that I used to sow. The ground is cracked and the sky is gray. Everything I love is a mile away. I'm calling your name to the open sky, but the only thing that's moving is the tumbleweed by. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry. Hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. There's a faded picture in my denim coat, a couple of lines that you once wrote. Don't forget the way the prairie smells at night, but I traded the peace for a neon light. Now my boots are worn and my heart is spent. Wonder exactly where the good years went. Rain don't fall on a man like me who traded his roots for a chance to be free. Now freedom's just a cage with a wider view, and 1,000 miles between me and you. And it's just teardrops in the dust, watching the iron turn into rust. Hard to keep a promise when the well runs dry. Hard to tell the truth when you're living a lie. They disappear before they hit the ground, lost in the wind, never to be found. Just teardrops in the dust. You let the wind blow, let the dirt ride, hiding the salt in an old man's eyes. Just teardrops in the dust. Teardrops in the dust.
The alarm clock's a hammer on a cold steel bell. 6 a.m. in a town I know too well. I'm lacing up the boots like I'm armoring up, drinking bitter courage from a chipped out cup. Between the stack of the bills and the lack of the sleep, I've got a heavy-duty promise that I've got to keep. It's a balancing dance on a razor's edge, leaning out far from the window ledge, one foot on the rim and the other on the light, just trying to make it to the Saturday night. It's the high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across a canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about. Without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy-duty heart in a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. The boss is a ghost in a climate-controlled room, while I'm down here in the grease and the gloom. I'm walking the line between the yes and the sir, while the faces of my family start to become a blur. Every paycheck's a pull to keep me upright, while I'm swaying in the wind of the corporate might. One slip to the left and the house is gone, one slip to the right and I'm out on the lawn. But I keep my eyes fixed on the faraway shore, and I keep my boots moving toward the factory door. It's the high wire act of a working man, doing the best with a calloused hand, stretched across the canyon of the dead and the doubt, trying to figure what the climb is about. Without a safety net or a steadying hand, just a heavy-duty heart and a hollow land. The high wire act of a working man. You don't look down in this payday town,
just one more step for the secrets kept, the high wire act of a working man. Black wings against a bruised up sky, watching the restless world go by. They're lined up like notes on a staff of black, keeping their secrets on a one-way track. They don't move for the wind, they don't move for the rain. They just sit there mocking the heavy-duty pain. They see the runner and they see the thief, they see the winter and the fallen leaf. An audience of shadows in a row, waiting for the seeds we're about to sow. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire. Black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire. I've been driving this road since I was a boy, when the world was a treasure and life was a toy. And every morning they're in the same place, judging the lines on a tired man's face. They don't need a pulpit, they don't need a law, just a sharp black beak and a jagged claw. Maybe they're talking about where we went wrong, in a language you call that's a century long. But maybe they're just waiting for the wire to break and the whole damn world to finally wake. It's just crows on a telephone wire, staring down at the field and the fire. Black silhouettes on a copper line, checking the clock and the warning sign. They know when you're leaving, they know when you're gone, singing a song for a dark-eyed dawn. Crows on a telephone wire, yeah, just watching the street in the midday heat. Don't look 'em in the eye against the gray blue sky. Crows on a telephone wire, yeah, they're watching you. The sky's the color of a tarnished dime, and the air is thick with the weight of time. The cicadas are screaming in the heat of the day, while the corners turn in a dusty gray. Then I see a flash on the ridge out west. The first few drops are heavy and slow, hitting the pavement where the weeds don't grow. A little bit of steam and a sudden hiss, like a long-lost lover's ghostly kiss. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up like a drop of silver in a clay-baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. I'm standing on the curb with my head tilted back, watching the water fill the spiderweb crack. It's washing the oil and the grit away into the gutters of a Saturday. I've spent a lifetime waiting for the flood to turn the dust back into honest blood. They say you can't bottle a feeling like this, a moment of relief that you didn't want to miss. It's a chemical reaction, a soul deep spark, bringing the light out of the heavy-duty dark. It's the smell of rain on dry asphalt, forgiving the summer for every fall. That sweet sharp scent of the earth waking up like a drop of silver in a clay baked cup. It's the rhythm of the road and the clouds above, the hardest kind of grace and the oldest love. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. Yeah, breathe it in, where the miles begin. The storm is here and the air is clear. The smell of rain on dry asphalt. I've been talking to this glass for an hour or two, telling the stories about me and you, how the house got quiet and the garden went dry, and how I'm still searching for a reason why. I'm pouring my heart out line by line, waiting for a sign in the cheap red wine. But the label's peeling and the cork is torn, and the night feels longer than the one before. I'm asking for mercy, I'm asking for peace, but the pouring sound is the only release. Yeah, the bottle won't listen, the whiskey won't talk. It won't understand when I'm trying to walk. I can tell it my secrets, I can tell it my fears, but it won't wipe away these saltwater tears. It's a one-sided conversation in the dark, trying to find a flame with a dying spark. The bottle won't listen tonight. Told about the night that you packed your bags, about the engine smoke and the oil rags. I asked it to tell me where I went wrong, to help me find where I truly belong. But the amber liquid just sits in the glass, watching the lonely minutes pass. It's got no heart, it's got no soul, it's just a hollow way to fill a hole. I'm shouting at the silence, staring at the shelf, but I'm really just talking to myself. Yeah, the bottle won't listen, the whiskey won't talk. It won't help me stand when I'm trying to walk. I can tell it my secrets, I can tell it my fears, but it won't wipe away these saltwater tears. It's a one-sided conversation in the dark, trying to find a flame with a dying spark. The bottle won't listen tonight. It just stays quiet while I'm starting to write in my own mind. The bottle won't listen. The morning is sharp as a wintertime blade, deep in the heart of the cedar tree shade. I'm swinging the hickory, swinging the steel, connecting with something that's heavy and real. The bite of the iron meets the grain of the oak, sending up a spray of the splinters and smoke. It's a rhythmic percussion in a world of the green, the oldest vibration the valley has seen. Wait for the silence to swallow the crack before the mountain starts sending it back. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy duty should. Ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. My grandfather's spirit in the swing of my arm, building the heat for a heavy-duty farm. Every strike is a sentence, every chip is a word, the loudest confession the timber is heard. It's a dialogue of muscle and a dialogue of wood, in the place where the ancestors formerly stood. They say the machine is a faster way road to lighten the weight of a heavy-duty load, but there's a peace in the labor and a truth in the strike that a silicone engine will never be like. It's just the echo of an axe in the woods, doing the work that a heavy-duty should. Ringing through the hollow and the limestone wall, watching the giants beginning to fall. A lonely kind of music, a steady beat sound, tying the sky to the frozen hard ground. The echo of an axe in the woods. Yeah, let the rain fly to the top of the sky. One more swing, hear the valley sing. The echo of an axe in the woods. Clouds are gathering heavy and black over the ridge by the railroad track. The neighbors bringing their laundry in, but you're looking at me with a mischievous grin. The first drop hits the dusty ground and the thunder starts a rolling sound. You kicked off your heels by the garden gate, I threw my hat and let the heavens wait. The radio's blaring through the kitchen screen, the wildest ballroom that I've ever seen. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county's known. Left, right, slide and a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Your hair's a mess and your dress is a wreck. I've got a cold stream running down my neck, but I've never seen you look so bright in the flickering flash of the stormy light. The gravel's a dance floor, the wind is a band, and I've got the world right here in my hand. Let it pour, let it wash the world away. We got all the sunshine we need today. They can stay inside where it's dry and it's warm, but there's a special kind of magic in the middle of a storm. And we're doing a two-step in the rain, spinning away the worry and the pain. Mud on our boots and a soak to the bone, the happiest fools that the county's known. Left, right, slide in a dizzy turn, watching the summer lightning burn. Just a two-step in the rain. Yeah, one more spin before the sky clears up. Keep on dancing, don't ever stop. Two-step in the rain. Yeah, just you and me. The odometer's clicking on a brand new Grand, in a corner of the county that I understand. The tires are humming a familiar tune under the glow of a waning moon. I've seen the deserts and I've seen the coast, but I'm heading for the thing that I miss the most. Gravel's crunching like a choir of stone, sweetest music that I've ever known. I'm shifting down as the creek comes near, leaving the shadows of the lonely year. It's just the final mile, and the front porch light burning like a star in the middle of the night. The end of the road and the start of the rest, the quietest beat in a traveler's breast. I've chased the horizon and I've chased the sun, but the long haul journey is finally done at the final mile and the front porch light. I see the silhouette of the willow tree, looking like it's waiting just to welcome me. The paint is peeling on the mailbox post in the place that I've always loved the most. I don't need a map and I don't need a sign to tell me that this little piece of earth is mine. They say a man is built of the roads he takes and the heavy-duty choices that his spirit makes, but every turn and every highway line was just leading me back to this design. It's just the final mile and the front porch light burning like a star in the middle of the night. The end of the road and the start of the rest, the quietest beat in a traveler's breast. I've chased the horizon and I've chased the sun, but the long haul journey is finally done at the final mile and the front porch light. For heaven's sake, turn off the key. Just you and me, the final mile and the front porch light. Yeah, I'm home. I've heard the thunder rattle the window pane. I've heard the rhythm of the midnight rain, the sound of the city and the highway hum, the beat of the world like like a distant drum, but all of the noise just fades to gray when you look at me and start to say, it ain't a shout and it ain't a plea, it's a low down honey sweet melody, two little syllables soft and slow. The only direction I need to go is the way you say my name, like a cooling rain on a burning flame. It sounds like home, it sounds like grace, like a holy word in a commonplace. I could listen to it all day long, the sweetest part of our favorite song. Yeah, it changes everything, the way you say my name. I've been called a fool and I've been called a friend, I've been called a loser at the journey's end. But coming from your lips, it's a brand new start, like a secret key to a heavy heart. You put a little tip, a little bit of soul on a broken man, and you make him whole. You can whisper it soft when the lights are low, or call it out loud where the wild weeds grow. It's the anchor that holds when the tide gets high, the only truth in a world of lies. It's the way you say my name, like a cooling rain on a burning flame. It sounds like home, it sounds like grace, like a holy word in a commonplace. I could listen to it all day long, the sweetest part of our favorite song. Yeah, it changes everything, the way you say my name. Once more before I walk through the door. Yeah, that's the sound of my world turning around, the way you say my name, just the way you say my name. Sitting on a bench where the paint's peeling back, staring down the iron of a long abandoned track. The weeds are growing tall through the heavy-duty ties, underneath the hollow of the wide and lonely skies. I can feel a vibration in the soles of my feet, but the station is silent, and the silence is sweet. It's a low-frequency hum, a ghost in the air, like a promise of a journey that's going nowhere. The signals are dark, and the switch is jam-packed, but I'm listening for a whistle in the middle of the night. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, the heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming around the mountain just a mile away. But it stays in the shadow of the yesterday.
lonesome vibration, a rhythmic refrain of the hope and the heartbreak and the ghost of a train, the sound of a train that never arrives. I've got my suitcase packed with the things I couldn't say, ready for a ticket to a far-off getaway. The schedule's been buried in the dust and the grime, but I'm still standing here, and I'm still keeping time. I hear the steam huffing like a giant in pain, but the tracks are just rusting in the cold mountain rain. They say be patient, it's just running late, but there's a heavy-duty sorrow in the middle of the way, when the arrival board is blank and the engine is a myth, and the only thing you have is the ghost you're traveling with. It's the sound of a train that never arrives, the heavy-duty echo of our long-distance lives, coming round the mountain just a mile away, but it stays in the shadow of the yesterday, a lonesome vibration, a rhythmic refrain, while the hope and the heartbreak and the ghost of a train, the sound of a train that never arrives. Yeah, listen to the rail, to the lonesome wail. It's almost here, it's never near the sound of a train that never arrives.
It's been sitting in the shed since '79, under a tangle of a morning glory vine. The red paint's peeling like a sunburned skin, and the iron is thin where the water got in. My daddy used to manhandle that heavy machine, the loudest thing this valley's ever seen. Now the engine's seized and the blades are dull, and the gas tank's nothing but a hollow skull. But I can still see the rows he used to lay in the golden heat of a planting day. It's just a rusty tiller in an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. The wild oats are winning and the clover's tall against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life in the space between. A rusty tiller in an unfenced field. I tried to pull a cord just a week ago, thinking I could make the old girl go, but she just coughed a cloud of blue-gray smoke, and the leather handle finally went and broke. I guess some things are meant to just sit still on the quiet side of a windy hill. They say you reap exactly what you sow, but what do you do when the weeds start to grow? You lean on the fence and you watch the sky, and you let the working years whistle by. Just a rusty tiller and an unfenced field, waiting for a harvest that'll never yield. The wild oats are winning and the clover's tall against the shadow of the garden wall. A monument of steel in a world of green, the ghost of a life and the space between. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field. Yeah, let the iron rest in the valley's breast, under the sun. Now the work is done. A rusty tiller and an unfenced field. Coffee's brewing for a party of one. The Sunday paper sitting out in the sun. I still set the placemat, I still lay the fork, like a habit that's stuck like a stubborn old cork. But the silence is louder than the ticking of the clock, since I heard the turn of the final lock. The wood is polished and the surface is clean, the loneliest sight that I've ever seen. Just a shadow where a person used to be, staring right back at the ghost of me. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. I remember the way you'd lean on the back, talking about the things that our future would lack, with a laugh that could brighten the darkest of days, and a million little sweet and stubborn ways. Now the dust is the only thing sitting there now, with a heavy weight pressing on my brow. I could move it to the attic, I could hide it away, but I'd still see the gap at the end of the day. It's a monument built out of oak and air to the love that we promised we'd always share. It's just an empty chair at the kitchen table. I'm trying to stay strong, I'm trying to stay able, but the morning light has a way of showing exactly where the cold wind's blowing. A vacant space in a crowded heart, watching the breakfast hour fall apart at the empty chair at the kitchen table. Yeah, the eggs are cold and the story's told, just sitting here with a lonely tear and an empty chair. Yeah, an empty chair. There's a heavy-duty fluke buried deep in the dirt, in a place where the ocean can't ever do hurt. An iron cast giant in a sea of the green, the strangest damn thing that the valley has seen. It's a long way from salt and the pull of the tide, with a lifetime of voyages trapped deep inside. The bees are all humming where the barnacles clung, and the songs of the sailors have already been sung.
It's holding its ground in the limestone and clay, while the blossoms of summer start to blow away. It's a rusted anchor in a field of clover. Now that the sailing and the storms are all over, a heavy-duty weight for a dry weather soul in a world where the waves have lost all their control. Buried in the petals and the scent of the hay, refusing to move in a heavy-duty way. A rusted anchor in a field of clover. Did it fall from a ship in a sky full of rain? Or was it dragged here to tether a heavy-duty pain? It's pitted and scarred by the rust and the time, covered in moss and a thick green grime. It used to keep steady in the middle of a gale. Now it's just a stop on a mountainside trail. They say everything eventually finds its own home, that you can't spend forever in the wide water foam. Sometimes you just drop your heart in the grass and watch all the seasons and the centuries pass. It's a rusted anchor in a field of clover. Now that the sailing and the storms are all over, a heavy-duty weight for a dry weather soul in a world where the waves have lost all their control. Buried in the petals and the scent of the hay, refusing to move in a heavy-duty way. The rusted anchor in a field of clover. Yeah, sinking to the ground without a single sound. The clover's getting tall against the iron wall. The rusted anchor in a field of clover.
Station clock is frozen at 9:45. In a world that won't ever be that way again. The wind is whistling through the broken glass panes, while the tumbleweeds dance in the dry weather lanes. I'm standing on the platform with a heavy-duty grip on a one-way ticket for a long-distance trip. The tracks are just twin lines of orange and brown, cutting a path through the heart of this town. I can hear the low thunder of the engines approach, like a heavy-duty ghost in a velvet-lined coach. It's the last train out of this ghost town tonight, chasing the tail of the fading out light. The steam is a curtain, the whistle's a scream, waking the soul from a heavy-duty dream. I'm leaving the dust and the shadows behind for the only horizon that's left for my mind. The last train out of this ghost town. I look through the window at the Main Street decay, where the shops and the shadows have all turned to gray. The closed signs are hanging like a heavy-duty shroud. And there's no one to cry as the iron and the timber start to roll on by. They say you can't run from the place you were born, but I'm cutting the tether and I'm sounding the horn. It takes a whole lot of power to break through the rust and rise like a giant from the heavy-duty dust. It's the last train out of this ghost town tonight, chasing the tail of the fading out light. The steam is a curtain, the whistle's a scream, waking the soul from a heavy-duty dream. I'm leaving the dust and the shadows behind for the only horizon that's left for my mind. The last train out of this ghost town. Yeah, feel the wheels turn, watch the bridges burn, leaving the hollow with no one to follow. The last train out of this ghost town. The neon open just flickered and died, and the bartender's looking for a place to hide. The overheads hum with a sickly white glare, exposing the dust in the whiskey-soaked air. I'm tracing a circle in a puddle of gin, wondering exactly where the dark begins. The jukebox is silent, the pool table's cold, and the stories we told already getting old. We were kings of the mountain just an hour ago, now we're just shadows with nowhere to go. It's bar stool philosophy at closing time, trying to make the messy parts of living rhyme. We solved all the problems of the world and the state, but we can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul deep useless advice at closing time. Old Bill's talking about the good old days through a thick rimmed glass and a Marlboro haze. He says life is a gamble where the deck is thin, and the house always knows how to let you win. I'm nodding my head like I understand the truth, while I'm looking for the pieces of my wasted youth. The world looks different when the lights come on, and the liquid courage is almost gone. The truth is a jacket and a heavy-duty pill sitting on the edge of a windowsill. It's bar stool philosophy at closing time, trying to make the messy parts of living rhyme. We solved all the problems of the world and the state, but we can't find the key to our own front gate. A heavy-duty wisdom born of glass and ice, giving out the soul deep useless advice at closing time. Yeah, push back the chair in the cooling air, walk to the car, leave it at the bar. Barstool philosophy at closing time. Pulled back its heavy-duty hand, leaving a stretch of silver gray sand. The ocean retreated to the deep water blue, leaving the world a
looking shiny and new. But high on the bank where the seagrass is tall, there's a mark in the mud that didn't fade at all. They're deep in the clay and they're hardened by sun, from a heavy-duty journey that's already done, beyond the reach of the foam and the spray, where the saltwater memory was washed away. They're just the footprints that the tide forgot in a heavy-duty, lonely little secret spot, escaping the rhythm of the rise and the fall, standing their ground against the ocean's call. A permanent path on a temporary shore of a traveler who isn't coming back no more. The footprints that the tide forgot. One step for the struggle, one step for the stride of a soul that was moving with a heavy-duty pride. They don't smooth away when the breakers come in. They're etched in the earth like a beautiful sin, a fossilized record of a walk in the dark, leaving behind a heavy-duty spark. They say that the water cleanses the soul, that the waves are the ones who are in control. But sometimes the spirit leaves a mark so deep that even the Atlantic can't wash it to sleep. They're just the footprints that the tide forgot in a heavy-duty, lonely little secret spot, escaping the rhythm of the rise and the fall, standing their ground against the ocean's call. A permanent path on a temporary shore. I'm a traveler the tide forgot. Yeah, watch the water rise underneath the skies, but the ground stays dry underneath the wire. The footprints that the tide forgot.
Engine's coughing and the sky is gray, but I'm turning the key anyway. I've got a half-empty tank and a pocket of lint, but the clouds are showing a silver hint. I'm putting my chips on a long shot bet because I haven't seen the finish line yet. They say the odds are a mountain to climb, that I'm just wasting my precious time. But a cold wind blowing through a rusty door only makes a man want a whole lot more. It's a little bit of luck and a lot of hope at the end of a fraying tangled rope. I'm swinging out a tiny spark. It ain't a plan and it ain't a map. It's just a way out of the honey trap of a little bit of luck and a lot of hope. Found a buffalo nickel in the grocery lot. It's the only fortune that I've currently got. But I'm holding it tight like a golden prize, with a dreamer's fire in my tired eyes. The road is long and the shoes are thin, but I'm waiting for the moment the tide rolls in. You can keep your guarantees and your surefire things. I'll take the gamble that the morning brings, because a heart that's hungry and a soul that's free is the only kind of living that's meant for me. It's a little bit of luck and a lot of hope at the end of a fraying tangled rope. I'm swinging out over the deep blue dark, looking for a flame in a tiny spark. It ain't a plan and it ain't a map. It's just a way out of the honey trap of a little bit of luck and a lot of hope. You're just a lucky charm and a strong right arm. Keep on leaning into the meaning of a little bit of luck and a lot of hope.
Didn't make it to the chapel when the bells began to ring. I didn't put on my Sunday best or hear the choir sing. Instead I took the old Ford down past the hickory grove, where the air is thick with cedar and the smell of wood burning stove. I pulled over by the creek where the water's running deep, felt a kind of quiet that a man would want to keep. I don't need a stained glass window to see the light, or a golden pulpit to know what's wrong and right. The wind through the pines is a choir all its own, and I feel a lot less lost than I do when I'm alone. It's a dirt road sermon preached by the trees, written in the dust and carried on the breeze. I'm finding my soul in the red clay mud, feeling the spirit pumping through my blood. No collection plate, just a heart wide open. Listen to the words that don't need spoken on a dirt road sermon. Clouds are the ceiling, the grass is the floor, and I ain't gotta knock on no heavy wooden door. I see a hawk circling high above the grain, and I feel the grace in a sudden summer rain. Every mile of gravel is a prayer I've sent up high, underneath the cathedral of a big blue sky. Sometimes the best way to hear the truth is to get away from the noise of your youth, to find a stretch of highway where the signal's gone, and let the earth lead you back to the dawn. It's a dirt road sermon preached by the trees, written in the dust and carried on the breeze. I'm finding my soul in the red clay mud, feeling the spirit pumping through my blood. No collection plate, just a heart wide open. Listen to the words that don't need spoken on a dirt road sermon.
Amen in a while. That's my dirt road sermon.
It's sitting there catching the light of the lamp, while the air in this kitchen feels heavy and damp. 18 carats of a promise we made under the oak in the summertime shade. It's a perfect circle, no beginning or end, but I'm looking for pieces I can't even mend. They say gold doesn't tarnish, gold doesn't rust, but what do you do when the love turns to dust? It's weighing me down like a stone in the deep, a secret that's getting too heavy to keep. I've got a gold ring and a blue, blue heart, watching the world we built fall apart. It's a shiny reminder of a meant to be that's turned into a prison for you and for me. Yeah, the metal is bright, but the fire's gone cold between a blue heart and a ring of gold. I remember the day that I slipped it on, before all the laughter was quiet and gone. Now we're just strangers sharing a bed, with 1,000 I'm sorry's that'll never be said. I twist it around when I'm feeling alone, a circle of metal on a finger of bone. I could take it off, I could throw it away, leave it behind at the end of the day, but the mark that it leaves is a permanent line of the life that I thought was yours and was mine. I've got a gold ring and a blue, blue heart, watching the world we built fall apart. It's a shiny reminder of a meant to be that's turned into a prison for you and for me. Yeah, the metal is bright, but the fire's gone cold between a blue heart and a ring of gold. Yeah, it's a heavy weight for a tiny thing, just a blue heart and a gold ring. Yeah, gold ring. Down where the bank starts to crumble away, and the light turns to silver at the end of the day, there's a curtain of green hanging over the mud, in the place where the river once rose in a flood. The branches are sweeping the surface of the stream, like a heavy-duty anchor for a deep water dream. I carved 2 initials in the thick of the bark, back when the world was a wide open spark. But the wood has grown over and the lines have all blurred, hiding the promise and the things that we heard. It's a secret kept by the willow tree, locked in the roots where nobody can see. It's heard every whisper and it's felt every tear, standing its ground for 100-odd years. A heavy-duty witness with a heart made of wood, keeping the stories that we never could.
secret kept by the willow tree. They say that it weeps for the souls that are gone, but it's just catching light in the middle of dawn. It sheltered the runaways and covered the shamed in a corner of the county that remains unnamed. You can tell it your troubles and you can tell it your lies, and it'll bury them deep where the dragonfly flies. It don't break for the storm and it don't blow away. It just bends with the burden of what it has to say, holding the ghost in a leafy embrace, in a quiet, forgotten and heavy-duty place. It's a secret kept by the willow tree, locked in the roots where nobody can see. It's heard every whisper and it's felt every tear, standing its ground for 100-odd years. A heavy-duty witness with a heart made of wood, keeping the stories that we never could. A secret kept by the willow tree. Let the leaves fall, it's heard it all, quiet and deep. The promise it'll keep, the secret of the willow tree. The clouds rolled in like a heavy-duty freight over the shingles and the garden gate. The road was baking in 100-degree glare, with a shimmering heat in the stagnant air. Then the first fat drops hit the blackened ground with a hissing steam and a holy sound. It's a scent that rises from the spirit of the street, where the sky and the valley finally meet. A heavy-duty vapor, a charcoal gray breath, bringing the summer back from the edge of death. It's the smell of rain on the hot asphalt, washing away every heavy-duty fault. Perfume of the thunder and the petroleum soul, in a world that's finally out of control. Cooling the fever of the long-distance day, in a sharp-edged, sweet-scented, silver-gray way. The smell of rain on hot asphalt. Steam is curling like a ghost from the ditch, in the place where the shadows and the light beams switch. I'm standing on the shoulder with my head held high, drinking in the message from a weeping sky. It's the scent of a storm and the scent of the grid, and the heavy-duty comfort in the middle of it. They say you can't bottle a memory this deep, but it's a secret that the highways always keep. When the pressure breaks and the heavens descend, and the burning and the cooling finally blend. It's the smell of rain on the hot asphalt, washing away every heavy-duty fault. A perfume of the thunder and the petroleum soul, in a world that's finally out of control. Cooling the fever of the long-distance day, in a sharp-edged, sweet-scented, silver-gray way. The smell of rain, hot asphalt. Yeah, let the vapor rise, in the cooling skies. Breathe it in deep, the promise it'll keep. The smell of rain on hot asphalt. I've been carrying this weight in my denim pocket, next to a hollow heart and a silver locket. It's got jagged teeth and a coat of red, for a door that's been closed and a life that's been led. I found it buried in a box of old receipts, back when the world was wide and the air was sweet. It don't fit the house and it don't fit the car. It won't get me into the local bar, but I know the gate where the hinge has grown in a corner of the county that I've always known. It's just a rusty key to a padlock dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. Jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlock dream. I remember the day that I turned the tumblers, before we were losers and before we were gamblers. We were building a kingdom out of sawdust and hope, at the end of a fraying yellow nylon rope. Now the wood is rotten and the roof is thin, and the only thing living is the wind getting in. Sometimes you gotta just let the iron rust and leave the old secrets to the moths and the dust. Cause a key in your hand is a heavy duty thing when there ain't no more music for the heart to sing. It's just a rusty key to a padlock dream, tossed in the middle of a muddy stream, trying to open up a ghost town door to a version of me that don't live here no more. A jagged little piece of a used to be that's losing its grip on the rest of me. A rusty key to a padlock dream. Drop it in the dirt, let it lose a hurt. Don't try the lock on the granite rock. Just a rusty key to a padlock dream. Yeah, let it be. I'm rolling down the window of this old Ford truck, passing the theater where we tried our luck. The marquee's missing letters and the paint is thin, but I can still see us trying to sneak in. The hardware store is a coffee shop now, but I still see my daddy wiping sweat from his brow. The stoplight still swinging on a rusty wire, reminding me of a heart that was once on fire. It's only 4 blocks from the start to the end, but it's 1,000 miles of remember when. Down on Main Street, where the ghosts all play, in the golden haze of a Saturday. Every storefront window and every cracked brick is a Polaroid picture that'll always stick. Time's moved on, but the heart stays still in the shadows of the valley and the watermill. Just a ghost town of Main Street memories. There's a corner booth at the old Five and Dime, where we carved our names to outrun time. The barbershop pole doesn't spin anymore, and there's a Felice sign on the grocery store. But I can still hear the parade and the high school band, and the feel of your small, warm, trembling hand. They say progress is a train that you can't get off, but sometimes the engine is just a weary cough. They can tear down the wood and the mortar and stone, but they can't touch the spirit of the place I've known. Down on Main Street, where the ghosts all play, in the golden haze of a Saturday. Every storefront window and every cracked brick is a Polaroid picture that'll always stick. Time's moved on, but the heart stays still in the shadows of the valley and the watermill. Just a ghost town of Main Street memories. Yeah, the neon's humming, the sun is setting, and I'm just driving, not quite forgetting. Main Street memories.
It's been singing that song for 20-odd years, a melody made of the rust and the tears. Every time the wind gives the porch a shove, or someone comes home to the warmth that they love, it's a high-pitched whine and a metallic groan, the most familiar music that I've ever known. It's a heavy-duty spring with a lot on its mind, leaving the dust of the valley behind. A warning, a welcome, a sharp little crack as the wood hits the frame and it doesn't look back. It's the string goes rhythmic hinge tonight, playing its part in the fading light. A squeak and a slap and a steady beat time, the only thing left that still knows how to rhyme. It's the pulse of the house and the breath of the hall, watching the shadows start to climb up the wall. The screen door's rhythmic hinge. I remember the summer we painted it white, and the way it would rattle in the middle of the night. when the dogs won't let out or the rain won't let in, and the stories of life were about to begin. Now the paint is all flaking and the mesh is a mess, but it still holds the weight of a mother's caress. Pour it down, it'll stay quiet today, but the ghost in the meadow won't stay away. It wants to be heard, it wants to be known, in the wood and the wire and the marrow of bone. It's the screen door's redneck hinge tonight, playing its part in the fading light, a squeak and a slap and a steady beat time. The only thing left but still knows how to rhyme. It's the pulse of the house and the breath of the hall, watching the shadows start to climb up the wall. The screen doors rhythmic hinge, yeah, let it sing that rusty thing. Open it wide, step inside. The screen doors hinge, that rhythmic hinge.